Hello everybody, and welcome to the third video in this series. First of all, I'd just like to apologise because the first couple of videos I've done, I've noticed either my voice is low in volume or the DAW audio is low in volume, which has made it hard to hear at times. That's because I'm new at using OBS to record both myself talking and the DAW audio. So I'm just kind of working out how to use it correctly, how to get the correct settings and stuff like that. Also, I want to start doing things in other DAWs such as Bitwig and stuff like that, but at the moment Bitwig's not working with OBS, so I'm just trying to get that to work, and I'll have some content on other DAWs as well. So this video will be talking about melodies. We'll be talking about what some of the main melody types and techniques are and how they work. So what I've got going so far here is just a kick and bass pattern. I'll play that for you so you can hear it. There you go, and if you look at the bass pattern I've got going, the track is in the key of E. So what I've done is come up with a little chord progression using the chord of E, key of E, sorry. Nothing mind-blowing, nothing very exciting, but I'll do for the purpose of this tutorial. So the first and most basic type melody we will look at is the chord melody. Within the context of dance music, a chord melody or progression is a combination of chords that work melodically together. This melody or progression will form the melodic basis for all parts in your track, as all musical parts should harmonise with the progression of your track. So what I've got here is just a simple saw lead. We can for the chord leads, we can literally copy and paste the progression down like that and give that a listen how it sounds. Might need to adjust the volume in the mix. There you go, that's a simple chord lead. These type of leads will usually be played low in the mix during the main sections to fill out the frequency spectrum and to add space to the stereo spectrum. These type of leads will also usually form the basis for breakdowns, being played by piano, pads or strings. The second type of lead we'll look at is a broken chord. This, as the name suggests, takes the main chord idea and breaks up into divisions of a bar, usually eighth notes. So I'm going to use the same sound as I used for the chord lead. Go into the MIDI and literally just break it up. Play that, see how it sounds. Now obviously with that you can mess about with the different pitches of the notes, the rhythm, change note lengths, you know, anything like that to add variation and interest. This is just a simple tutorial to get you thinking about the ideas. So this type of lead was popular in rave and trance tracks in the 1990s, usually played by super saw for the main lead. It's still popular in big room, main stage and hardstyle, but now it's mostly used to fill up the frequency and stereo spectrum for the main lead, or as cut leads in dubstep. The third type of lead we'll look at is the top line lead, and this is the lead that will have the main focus in the mix and what should grab the listener's attention. It's basically the hook of your track. There are many ways to program top leads, two of which we'll discuss shortly. These type of leads sit on top of the chord or broken chord lead in the mix, and there are endless sounds you can use for a top line lead. One technique you can use to program a top line lead, however, is call and response. This is where one sound plays the call phrase and another sound plays the response phrase. Different sounds used for the call and response part to add a bit of coherence to the parts. You could also have a third sound playing both phrases, which would help glue all the parts together by providing a common basis. So what I've got here is just two quick sounds I've programmed myself. One is just a detuned saw. Another is a detuned saw square sound. Yep, so first of all we'll get the chord progression to use as a basis of our programming. And we'll get something wrote down for the call phrase. So as you can see, for the first half of each bar, this sound here is doing a call phrase. So next we'll move on to the response phrase. Again, we'll just get the chord progression to give us a bit of a basis for what we're going to do. Not the other octave, so it sounds a bit better. So there you go. So I'll say we've got the call phrase there, and the second half of each bar we've just got the response phrase there. So one sounds calling, one sounds answering. So all together. With these type of melodies, the call phrase usually plays the same phrase each time, but the response can play different pitches but using the same rhythm. These melodies work because they provide a good balance between variation and repetition. The variation comes from the different sounds and the changing of the response's pitches. The repetition comes from the sounds playing in the same order, so when you hear one sound, you know another sound will follow, and also from the call phrase being the same each time it plays. Another technique you can use when programming top line leads is using stable or unstable lead lines. Stable lead lines use only pitches which are included in the chord of the progression. So again, we'll get our chord progression up. And if we just look at the one we've just done, you'll see each one of these pitches falls within a pitch of the chord that's being used. Look at the response pattern. Again, falls within a pitch of the chord that's being used at the time. So that's what is meant by a stable lead. These types of leads work well as they harmonise with the chord that is playing and create a feeling of musical unity between the progression and the top lead. However, they can sound very predictable and sometimes boring as they are only using a few pitches. An unstable lead uses any pitches which are included in the key of the track. So if I just mute the response lead here, we'll get the chord progression up again. Well, actually, we'll get just the key of the track up, and we'll work on the little one we're using this. So there we go, a very quick example of an unstable lead. It's still using pitches within the key of the track, however it's using some pitches that aren't included in the main progression of the chord. These type of leads work as they get interest and variation to lead lines, as the listener does not always know what to expect. However, if not utilised correctly, some of the pitches can sound dissonant with the keys of the chord due to the harmonisation not working as well as a stable melody would. As with everything in music, balance is the key to a successful top lead line. Use a mixture of stable and unstable phrases for your melody, as this will allow you to create a melody that sounds very familiar and harmonic to the chord progression, while also adding interest and variation. So there we have covered some of the main types and techniques of melody writing. I hope you found some of the information helpful, and as I have said in the other two videos, I should now have the first 10 videos done for this series. But if there is anything I could improve on in the future, anything you'd like to see added to the videos, or any video ideas for the future, please just leave a comment below and I'll see if there's anything I can help with. Thank you very much, have a good day or night.